All right, so this is a demo of how to transfer your drawing to the Scratchboard. So it's really best if you draw your drawing to the scale of your Scratchboard so that when you transfer it, you have this, 1-to-1 ratio. Otherwise, the other option is you can always sketch onto the Scratchboard. But I have to remind you, you cannot erase on the Scratchboard. Once you draw, you will see a faint pencil line. Sometimes that's not a big deal because you will cover it up as you scratch. But this demo is just for that kind of 1-to-1 transfer. So what I have here is my drawing, and I will continue working with this over time so that I have like a good model to look at for this picture, but I want to just transfer the basic outlines or contours onto this black Scratchboard. So we're going to be using white chalk. I'm using the white chalk in this package right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and crack open this package and just remove the white chalk. And then what I'm going to do is coat the back of my drawing. And I can kind of look at this and know it doesn't go right to the edge. So basically just doing this kind of band in the middle and a little bit here for the shoulders. So I'm going to coat this. Just using the side of my chalk and in small circles. The thing about this is the chalk is slightly off-white, so you can kind of see where you're going. But you want to make sure that this whole area where the drawing is saturated with chalk. And I'll do a little bit on the edges here because I know that the shoulders do kind of come out. And you can see in the light where it has covered and where it hasn't. So it takes a moment just to really layer this on. But again, I'm not going to go right to the edges for this particular image. So you can kind of get the rest off. You can hold it up to the light, make sure everything is coated. I'm noticing up at the top is where I have a little bit of gaps. And on this side. See? Okay, I should have the whole thing coated now. And by holding it up to the light, you can kind of see the layer of what you did. Okay. So the more chalk you have on the back, the more dark your transfer will be. So that's why it's good to get that. But I'm going to kind of shake this. And then I'm going to carefully put this on top. And then I'm going to try not to shift this. I don't think you need to tape it down or anything. Just hold it, but try not to put too much pressure as you're drawing. So as far as all these like hatching marks, I don't really need to get those. I just need to get the contours. So that's what I'm doing. And a firmer pencil, this is a B. It's coming out pretty dark, but I thought it would be a lighter pencil to use. I'm debating whether to put these eyelashes in. I think a couple of them I will, just to remember where they are. And I'm probably not going to put the whiskers in because I can always just draw those. Maybe a little bit of the contouring in the face. And this drawing doesn't really have a lot to it because it's kind of simple, but I'll show you an example in a moment that's a little more detailed, but that should be good. I just chose something simple so I could show you in this video how well it transfers. So now my drawing has transferred, and what I'm gonna do is keep drawing on this and really shade in what I want. You know, like this is gonna be darker, and just really make this a more developed drawing. That way, when I transfer this, or when I start to scratch, I have a good reference. I also will note what parts are light and dark. So with something a little more complicated, like this one, I would have a very well-developed drawing, which I believe I have right here. So you can see I just transferred the contours, but I have a lot more detail in this. I actually thought I had more detail, but I had some reference images I was looking at of leopard print and moth print, because those are the two animals. But you can see as once you transfer your sketch, the next part is to really use your tool to scratch away any of the white areas and start to make this look more textured, more detailed, and more lifelike. So that's your tutorial.